And now it is time. We're going to get into our 17 UTC block of matches. There's a lot of them, and we're going to be going to Bad Kittens versus OSU True Skill. Which is a Group G matchup. This is the G1, so it's the top seed versus the second highest seed. Bad Kittens on the left-hand side of your screen there. A primarily American roster with a couple of others thrown in. Trail Mix, Lights Out, Fangsy, Ramton, Vane, and Sayo, all American. Alongside Thundor and 5 Yoshi from France and from Belgium, respectively. Taking on one of those very, very strong mid-seed teams, OSU True Skill. Another team from the Americas, IGN, Zaxreed, Arj, Ataraxia, Defons, Ryunata, TFGE, and Serpy. This is the type of matchup that in this stage, on this pool, I think should be quite close. Bad Kittens, arguably with a higher skill cap, but OSU True Skill more than capable of handling anything thrown at them on this kind of pool. Bad Kittens seeming to be possibly without their captain, Trail Mix, who I believe is one of their best overall players, too. Very good at a wide variety of skill sets. So we'll see how important his absence ends up being, whether it opens things up a little bit more for OSU True Skill. OSU True Skill winning the roll. First ban, second pick to them. Hard Rock won that first ban. We've been seeing kind of pick ban status for a lot of these Hard Rocks. I still have only seen one free mod on stream. Hidden 3 gonna get banned by Bad Kittens. The alt Hidden gone. Longest map in the Hidden pool. Only one over 2 minutes, in fact, of the 3. And Hidden ban, 1 Hard Rock ban. Let's see where we go next. Oh, okay. I don't want to know if anybody's been a Bad Kitten. Thank you. Thank you. We can keep that out of here. Is Lights Out just actually like posting blank messages? Anybody else seeing that? DT1 gonna be banned by OSU True Skill, so they don't want to risk that. You know, many FC per team map, basically. Saying, no thanks, we won't take the chance on this guy. No sir. And Nomad 3 banned out by Bad Kittens, so Otoshimae, the double alt bans from Bad Kittens, banning Hidden 3 and Nomad 3. But Nomad 4 is still available for OSU True Skill if they feel like that alt skill set might be something to go for. Also, Hard Rock 2 available, though they did ban a Hard Rock themselves, so kind of up in the air on how they're going to feel about that. And it is going to be the Hard Rock 2 pick here. Huh. So they banned 2 alt maps and they're picking the other one. That's so weird. I don't know what to make of that. Regarding the question in-game chat, no fail is not required, especially not in the early stages here. Like, it's just not a big deal. I don't expect any teams to bother wanting no fail at this stage, because there's just not maps that are failable. Really only becomes relevant later on in the tournament. And even then, like, I think Grand Finals last year we just put on no fail and everything because it was just easier. But, in group stage, not really much need on anyone, I don't think, to have no fail. Because it's not like you're going to team fail these maps. Really the only concern for where you would need no fail is if there's an actual team fail worry. I mean, individual people can fail. Field score still counts, so it doesn't matter. Just a matter of the fact that it's really just to prevent team fails. The really brain thing to do would be to make it head-to-head, and then have the ref manually add up the correct scores. That'd be hilarious. Actually, that would be so hard to ref. Like, that would be the most obnoxious reffing experience of anyone's life. Anyway, we are waiting on the last player from OSU True Skill, and then we will get underway with our first map. So it appears we're going to have Fangzy, Sio, Vayne, and Thunder taking on IGN, Defon, Serpy, and Arj. We'll see how things go here for Bad Kittens. As we said, seemingly no trail mix, at least for the time being. That's going to make things pretty tricky here. OSU True Skill is going to be a team that I think will do quite well on the group stage pool. It's definitely something, a lot of experienced tournament players on that roster, so definitely something that they will be ready and prepared for. We're going to find out here shortly how things start off. Map number 1. Funky Life from the Hard Rock pool. Relatively low BPM. Kind of patterns that have to be read and played properly. Some kind of alternating sections here, like so. Relatively straightforward, not the most difficult of alt patterns. Bancho? Bancho? This is not DT. We should not be having problems. I expect it on DT. I don't expect it on anything else. Look at the early break from Vayne, so OSU True Skill going to have the early advantage. Another one of these relatively short picks. So every miss counts a lot. The 4-way Full combo intact for Osu True Skill. Fangsy the second to break for Bad Kittens. Things are gonna start to get pretty sketchy here for Bad Kittens if Osu True Skill doesn't find any breaks. Vayne is not that far behind, but Fangsy is. And with the 4-way FC still intact, that break from Thunder might have just ended it, actually. Osu True Skill would pretty much have to full reset. Sayo breaking as well. Yeah, this is done. This is a done deal. Mark it down. Osu True Skill 1-0. 5 million point lead and a triple FC still intact. Just Vayne with a big combo for Bad Kittens. Fangsy trying to build back up, but really just not much he's going to be able to do. This is the sort of thing I would be really scared of Osu True Skill, and honestly, very good at, I think pretty wide selection of maps, but you know, there's this kind of subset, you know, you see like tournament maps where it's stuff that you probably don't play on a daily basis. But people who are familiar with tournament play are going to have played maps like this much more often, where they're more rhythmically challenging, maybe more reading challenging, whatever the case may be. And Osu True Skill is very comfortable on those types of maps. And that was a break point on the first pick for Osu True Skill. They will take a 1-0 lead and their own pick next, so they'll be in a good spot to start this match off with that triple full combo. Bad Kittens immediately on the back foot. Probably wishing they'd had Trail Mix for that pick. The bright side, of course, is that regardless of how strong Osu True Skill might be on alt picks, that was kind of the last of them, with Hidden 3 and Hidden Nomad 3 both being banned out. There is still Nomad 4. And we're going to stay with kind of the rhythmically challenging type of picks here. We're going to go Mistress Anne, Hidden 1. Very logical pick here, I think. This is Fremont 3's kind of alt. But this is a very rhythmically testing map as well. That there's a section in the middle with like 3 different BPM and tempo changes in a very short period of time. And you really have to be ready for it, both in terms of your reading and your finger control and your aim. So it's a kind of multi-skill set requirement that makes it, you know, one of the more technically demanding types of maps in this pool. Not as much on the raw mechanics, you know, it's not like it's big back and forth jumps or, you know, high BPM streams or anything like that, but in terms of, you know, kind of those technical skill sets, this one is going to require a little bit more out of you than some of the other picks in this map pool. Again, a very short pick. You know, as we've talked about, most of the maps in this pool pretty short, especially the ones that have been popular. 1 minute and 43 seconds long on this one. But what it lacks in length, it makes up for in other ways. Trail Mix is alive and in the match, so we'll see if he can prove to be a difference maker for Bad Kittens. Luckily, he's here early on in the match, only the 1-0 so far, so very early stages still. And 5 Yoshi is going to be in as well, hidden player. No surprise to see him in for a pick like this. These are going to be 2 rosters that I think will be quite strong on this pick. TFG, Defons, Ataraxia, Ryu, Nata rounding out the roster there for Osu True Skill. Fangsy and Thunder joining the aforementioned Trail Mix and Yoshi. That no warm-up buff for Trail Mix. Yeah, it's only 9 a.m. I can't remember if this was the initially scheduled time for this match, because this seems kind of early for a lot of these players. I mean, there's a lot of Americans and people from the Americas in this matchup. Really, it's what, there's Thunder 5 Yoshi, who are European, on Bad Kittens, and is anyone on Osu True Skill from Europe? Arj and Ataraxia and Serbi. Okay, so they're 3 out of 8. But mostly people that you would think would play later on in the day. I don't remember that I scheduled this as early as this for a lot of these guys. I feel like this would have been like a 20 UTC angle. It's, I guess, 10 p.m. for Italy and Finland. Maybe not optimal, but oh well. Underway we go here anyway. early break from Trail Mix, so we'll see how he goes in these early stages of maps. He is unlikely to be very warmed up at all. But with the difficulty of this map being what it is, I don't think a super early miss is the end of the world, because we don't see a ton of FCs on this pick. I think we saw 2 last match when it was played. Here's that rhythm change. It's tripping up everyone. Thunder, 5 Yoshi, Trail Mix, and Defans all get messed up by those very difficult 1/3 transitions. That's just what happens. That is the hardest section of this map, really, is that massive rhythm change. Ataraxia finding a break as well, but TFG and Ryunata still holding combo for OSU True Skill. Only Fangsy with the combo and Bad Kittens. He would need both of the other 2 FCs to break from OSU True Skill if they wanted to have any chance for Bad Kittens to come back in this one. And, well, it's going to be a very good performance from Fangsy no matter what at this point, but TFG with the SS, Ryunata with the SS, just outdoing it. Actually really impressive to hold that kind of accuracy on this map with those rhythm changes that I've been talking about so much. 99.83, so the 1x100 in from TFG late on here. Ryunata with a couple hundreds, but it is going to be a double FC for OSU True Skill, and the 1 FC on Fangsy on Bad Kittens, just not quite enough to make up the difference there, of course. And 3 million point win for OSU True Skill. They do consolidate the break point, and that is a 2-0 lead. 1x100 from TFG, very good play. High accuracy on that is very impressive, to be honest. Didn't end up getting the SS, but that's still quite a score. Fangsy with 500s, barely any score behind TFG, but actually he and wait, Fangsy and Ryunata's scores were like almost identical. What? 7896 354, 7898 481. Pretty close. 5 100s apiece, identical accuracy. No, not identical accuracy. Wait. 3 100s to 5 100s, yeah. So, not quite identical accuracy, but almost identical scores anyway. And now, well, looks like Bad Kitten's going to be switching up their roster quite a bit here. 3 of them leaving their lobby while we decide on what their next pick is going to be. And it is going to be Double Time the Second. All my homies love Double Time the Second. This one is well, there's 2 just like really easy DT picks out of the 3. I think either those 2 maps don't belong in the same pool as Poison, or Poison doesn't belong in the same pool as those 2 maps. I'm not really sure. But Reflection and Step Ahead are both quite easy. This is a Bad Kittens like 3-way SS map, I'm pretty sure, because I think Fangsy SS's this, Ramton probably SS's this. Don't know. This is like, this really just comes down to don't break like an idiot. Yes, I'm fully calling out anyone who breaks on this as being an idiot. Please flame me. Because there's just nothing hard in this. I mean, as long as you can stream like short 210 BPM streams, you just hit this. So in we go again. I believe it was 7 FCs the last time we saw this played. Time to find out if that happens again. Oh yeah, DT lag. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. TFG with the early act drop. Maybe. Oh, let's go, Bancho. Somebody please fix this client. I beggeth of thee. Yes, DT lag. Oh, DT lag. Oh, yes. It's so cool. It is still 8 full combos. Fangsy knocking SS. I'm surprised. Brampton, Vane, and Lights Out all holding the SSs thus far. I don't know what's happening at any given moment in time because the client just cannot handle the double time. Holy crap. Oh, and Vane and TFG are going to trade breaks. That's almost on the exact same spot. It's really not going to affect much overall. Ataraxia, though, going to break as well, so it's going to be Bad Kittens in the lead. Lights Out and Rampton both still holding onto the SSs. And, those SSs, well, one of them's gone. Lights Out hits a bunch of hundreds on that stream, but Rampton holds on to his SS. Will he hold on to the end? Will we get at least one SS per team? It's going to be Rampton and Serpy bringing those SSs on home. And indeed, one SS per team. Rampton for Bad Kittens, Serpy for OSU True Skill. The FC on Arge as well with 100. The one miss from Ataraxia. Gonna prove the difference maker as Lights Out and Fangsy back up the SS with FCs of their own, and Bad Kittens does get a point on the board. 2-1 the score in favor of OSU True Skill, and yeah, that's what happens on the map. That's just how it goes. You all FC. You 6-way full combo. Excuse me, 5-way full combo. Vane, Ataraxia, TFG all finding a break at one point or another, but it's just an FC map. I don't know. This DT1 and DT2 are just FC maps. There's no real no way around it. And it is now time. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Ed, and Eddie. Oh, let's go. So, 25 seconds. 25 seconds is all that stands between one of these two teams and another point on the board. The question is, which one will it be? I think we saw a couple slider breaks on this last time. It's another one of those alt maps. Alt aim, I guess, but not really aim. I don't know what to call this. It's alt, but like anything past that is kind of up to the preference of the person who's describing the map. Expecting some more overmod here, most likely. We saw a fair amount of overmod last time. I think everybody ran. Pretty much everybody just runs mods on this. I am waiting for a match to go 8 hidden hard rocks on this. I think that would be fun. I think at least one team will run a 4-way hidden hard rock on this before things are all said and done. I just am fairly positive that that'll happen. Because, like, why not? You know, imagine you're, like, up 4-0. It's your own pick. Like, yeah, let's go Ed, and Eddie and 4-way HDHR because fun. I fully expect that to happen eventually, but I don't know that it's happened yet. We've seen some hidden hard rock, some hard rock, etc., etc. This remap pool is really troll. You have, like, Ikanaide, and then you have Dancing Kung Fu, and Ed, and Eddie, Ed, and Eddie, Ed, and Eddie, which is some real r/on the legend shit type beat. The actual best song in this pool is Nomad 3, but this one's the most troll. And really, most troll kind of wins out over best, I think, sometimes. They're back to Garfield, you know? Like, that was just so troll. I don't remember anything else from that pool. I just remember Garfield, and that's the important part at the end of the day. And the GLHF's coming out, so we'll get to find out here what the mods are going to be, and we'll get to get in, and we'll get to get out, because it's 25 seconds long, so it's not going to be a very lengthy time. So we're going to have Hidden Hard Rock on Thunder and on Fangsy, no mod on Trail Mix and 5 Yoshi, Hidden Hard Rock on TFG, Hard Rock only on IGN, Hidden only on Ryunata, no mod on Defans. So 4 mods on either side. Trail Mix? Abort? Hello? Are we getting an abort? I hope we're getting an abort. I don't know what's going on, but I hope we get an abort. Trailmix and 5 Yoshi both not playing at all. I don't actually know what's happening. And somebody DC'd as well, it looks like. What? 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 I've never seen this bug before. We were ending the map. I was on the last slider. Wait, so it's actually just tournament client doing that? That's not the actual game doing that? Nah, I mean, just replay the map, but... I've never seen that happen before. So, like... So client just has them on no mod, and there's no way for me to know that, so I think that something's wrong when they just don't play anything. I mean, I from this perspective cannot tell that it is a tournament client bug when I see people just not playing. It's also 25 seconds long. The stream is ready if the fucking tournament client doesn't make me think that there's something wrong. Alright, well, I guess I'll just not ever say anything again, because apparently what I see and what's actually happening are two completely different things. But everyone on stream can also attest to the fact that 5Yoshi and Trail Mix appeared to just not be playing by all appearances. Okay, it is a 4-way hidden hard rock. Cool. Somebody please clip that and send that to Peppy, because that's the most retarded thing I've ever fucking seen in my life. Oh my god. Alright, well, it's a 4-way hidden hard rock. And an extra mod on OSU True Skill. I think Defons was playing no mod previously, so hard rock just didn't exist, I guess. I don't fucking know. How is it corrupted replay data when the map wasn't, like, is that how spectating works? Like, it shouldn't be a replay. Well, anyway, Bad Kittens win the map. 2-2 tie. Bad Kittens next pick. I don't know. I don't know. Good job. Good job, Bad Kittens. You did it. You did it. You did it. You're great. You're triple FC and 5Yoshi missing in the last 3 combo. Meanwhile, triple FC and IGN missing 80 combo from the end for Team OSU True Skill. That was a certified OSU True Skill moment. At Peppy, please give me a new tournament client. That is all I ask for in 2021. Fuck laser. Fuck spotlights. All this other bullshit that doesn't matter. How about we just get a functional tournament client? Please and thank you. No, after this match, I really never want to say the words Bad Kittens again, because it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. It's very displeasing to the palate. The tip of the tongue and the lips do not appreciate being forced to make these motions. And so, it is going to be no mod 2. It is a 2-2 tie. With the break point back for Bad Kittens. We have basically now a best of 5 on our hands here. First team to win 3 maps is going to be the winner. Good Tech has been a very popular pick this round, as we see it's actually being played in another match right at this moment. In fact, Harumachi Drip versus Pudzian are on Good Tech at the moment. And we're on Good Tech here too. You know, it's a stream map, and it has some doubles, but they're quads, but they're split, so they look like doubles. And something hands or something. I don't know. Apparently, that's just the peak humor of 2021 of this map pool, is just saying hands are about this Nomad 2. Still no further results for this round as of yet, so it looks like the match is all taking at least half an hour. We did have Recién Follados taking out NGU 5-3 over in Group C. So that's a thing that occurred. The last match of Group C, the 6th match. So good job to Recién Follados getting the first match win in that group. I don't know what that actually means. Translate. Recién Follados. Translate from Spanish. Oh, that's inappropriate. Man, why do people have to have inappropriate names in foreign languages that I don't know about until after the tournament's already started? I had to change a team's name already once. Freaking top seed Polish team had to change their name. I had to change the Turkish team because they named themselves something also very inappropriate with a very inappropriate team avatar. I don't understand. People think it's so funny to have foreign language inappropriate names with American and English speaking hosts only who don't know that that's not okay. And like, I can't be bothered to go put every single team name into Google Translate, man. I don't have that kind of time in my life. Anyway. Nomad 2 being played once again. Everybody making it through the first section of this map every time, pretty much. I don't think we've seen very many breaks on that intro. I think maybe one from the South Korean team. But the only time I remember seeing anybody breaking in that intro, the first couple hundred combo, pretty straightforward and easy. Oh, and IGN fell behind on that stream. Looked like a slider break because he missed the last note, and into the doubles we go, and that's a bad place to break right before the map gets slightly more difficult. It's still never, it's never like hard, but this is kind of the harder part with these doubles. You've seen some little over aims here and there on them, but it looks like everybody in this hitting just fine. Oh, just kidding. Vayne, IGN, and Fangzy all gonna miss. This one has stayed very close. Trailmix and Lights Out with the FCs. Defons and Arj, as well as Serpy holding FCs for OSU Skill. It looks like they might be able to hold on for this pick. Serpy still with the SS intact. Very impressive accuracy from him. Arj and Defons both over 99% as well. And OSU Skill is just going to snatch this one right up. They will say, thank you, sir. May I have another? Those breaks coming at a very inopportune time on the side of Bad Kittens. Vayne and Fangzy with some poorly timed misses. Lights Out finding a break near the end as well. And that is another break point going up on the board. OSU Skill taking the 3-2 lead. The SS does come out from Serpy. I believe the first SS we've seen on this map so far. High accuracy from Arj and Defons as well, 3 and 5 100s respectively. Good Tech goes the way of OSU Skill. Lights Out with the slider break. Fangzy with the one miss. Not the performance Bad Kittens would have hoped for in that pick, and OSU Skill now with the advantage have the opportunity now to take a 4-2 lead on their own pick. We'll see what happens. We'll see what map they go with. As our first result of the 17 UTC block does come in, Ramsing in Group F, taking out Gigading Larcher, whatever the heck that group name is supposed to, that team name is supposed to be. I have no idea what that team name is supposed to be. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. That is a 5-0. 2 matches done in that group so far, 2 5-0 results. I don't know what this is. What in the world is this? Somebody tell me what that team name is, please. Over to Google Translate we go again. Nope, that's not a word. I don't think that's a word at all. It just is a sequence of letters that exist in the world. So one of the 6 matches is now done. There are 5 still underway, in progress currently. And what will be the next pick here for OSU? That is the question. Hard Rock numero 3, Cinderella Cage. So, as we've seen pretty frequently in these matches on the stream, we've gone from Nomad 2 to Hard Rock 3 quite often, feels like. Those are the 2 most stream-heavy picks in this pool, so it does make sense. You win one, maybe pick the other, try and win that as well. I think we've seen this backfire, but we've also seen it work. So, you never really know. No certainty until the map is played. But another just pretty stream-focused pick. Only a minute and 27 seconds, so it's another short stream map. Looks like we've got everybody in the lobby, so we should be able to get going here shortly. Lights Out, Ramton, Fangsy Trail Mix against Serpy, Defons, Ataraxia, and Arge. Arge! We'll see if OSU True Skill can consolidate this break point and get that match point ready to go. Or if we'll see another break point back, get a 3-3 tie, come down to the last 2 picks. Still waiting for that tiebreaker. Haven't had a ton of matches yet, so not a huge surprise there hasn't been a TB, but we still just like to see them. They're neat. It would be my luck to not have a single tiebreaker on stream, you know? Even if there are some played eventually, which there probably will be sooner or later. Gonna get the early break-in from Ramton in about the first 30 combos, so it's going to be OSU True Skill with the advantage in the early goings here. Trail Mix with very low accuracy as well as Lights Out, both down at 94%. So, despite Fangsy holding the SS, it is accuracy leading to OSU True Skill overall. Trail Mix continues to struggle with that AC. Into some of those tricky streams. Ataraxia drops a bunch of hundreds, but maintains his combo. That is the all-important combo. Cannot afford to miss very many places in these types of picks where they are quite short and most people are comfortable of seeing them. And still just that one early miss from Ramton. Other than that, accuracy, the only difference maker in this pick. We'll see here, getting into the last quarter of the map, an 800,000 point lead for OSU True Skill being maintained. No misses anywhere. It's just going to be that accuracy battle and that one early break, and it looks like that's going to be all that makes the difference, and it is 7 FCs, just Ramton with the early, I believe, maybe a slider break even. Other than that, just accuracy. That was one early miss. And AC. 700,000 points. It's quite close, but it does go to OSU True Skill. That gives them 2 match points, 4-2 the lead, going into the next pick from Bad Kittens. This match, living up to what we hoped. A lot of good performances, a lot of FCs. That is a very unfortunate miss. I think, 7x100 FC, it would have been so close. I mean, that miss was in the first 40 combo from Ramton, but he did fall about 500,000 points, 600,000 points short of the FCs. It would have been so close, man. That would have been super, super close. I mean, it's already close, 717,000 points in Score V1. But would have been even closer. Unfortunately, it was not to be. So this will be, no matter what, the last pick for Team Bad Kittens. They have to win this to have a shot at a tiebreaker. And it is going to be double time number 3. I definitely get that one. The hardest of the DTs. This one is tricky finger control and reading to some extent, but only 185 BPM, so speed not much of a factor, but very much about the finger control. And this is the sort of thing that I think their roster should be pretty strong at. That being said, OSU True Skill has looked good at everything that's been thrown their way so far in this match, so I think more than able to play anything in this pool just fine.
This thing right here is letting all the ladies know the guys talk about you. You know, you're fine at that. Check it out.
Find out who we get in for the rosters again. From now on, everything's a match point. You get 2 opportunities for OSU True Skill to close it out, and then a tiebreaker possibly if it goes that far. Hopefully this one might go as well for Bad Kittens as they'd like it to. They'd like to at least get 1 more point and force OSU True Skill's hand in their last pick. See if they can get into something that OSU True Skill's a little less comfortable of their own. But True Skill has looked so good. I don't know. Would never count them out on any pick. Same goes for Bad Kittens. Everybody on this pool gonna be at a pretty good spot. We got Sio Fangzi Vane Trail Mix against Serpy TFG Ataraxia Arge. And this is gonna load 3 different maps all at the same time. Yes, tournament client, you are really good. All right. Try this again. And this is probably going to get some really bad banshee lag, by the way. I'm just warning you ahead of time. This is such a Fangzy map, I feel like. Judging by the previous DT, maybe also a Serpy map. And an Arge map, I guess. Okay, well. We'll just see what happens. Dead even so far through the first 260 combo. Small accuracy separating the teams, but really just staying on a razor's edge. With it being so short, I mean, 1 minute and 37 seconds, you know, you just gotta pray. Still no misses from anyone. The score still flickering back and forth. That accuracy is so close to even. Into the last third we're gonna go. Still not a single break from anyone. Bad Kittens with a little bit of an accuracy lead. They take maybe a 200,000 point lead, but that's all that's separating the score. Oh, Trail Mix drops a little bit of accuracy. The lead might switch over to OSU True Skill. It's going to help. No, TFG finds a break, and that may have just done it. Serpy finds a miss right after him as well. That is Fangsy, Trail Mix, Vayne all miss, but it is so late, and Arj misses as well as TFG and Serpy on the same pattern. That one difficult section. Ataraxia and Sayo holding on for each team. 1 FC apiece. And it looks like Bad Kittens just hold on at the end of that one. About 1.4 million points. Not even that much. 1 FC per team. And just those breaks near the end for so many players. It was so close for so long, you know, and then they just kind of fell apart in a lot of places. But Ataraxia and Sayo were able to maintain the full combos. Very well done to both of them. And that is another point in for Bad Kittens. So 4-3 goes the score. All the pressure onto OSU True Skill now to close this out with their own pick. And it is Nomad 4, the last pick of the match. For OSU True Skill, overtime. Well, it's not going into overtime yet. OSU doesn't really have overtime anyway. OSU just has tiebreakers. Which is not really the same thing as overtime at all. Not gonna lie, those are two very different concepts. So this can, again, go one of two ways here. OSU True Skill wins it, they take the match 5-3. Bad Kittens take it, we go to the first tiebreaker of the tournament. We do have a result. Draft Dodgers has defeated Team Washington 5-2. I am a little bit surprised by that one. In a group stage like this, I thought Washington would be pretty strong, but unfortunate showing there. That's the first match of Group D, now done. So that one more of these 17 UTC matches out of the way. Still 4 going on. This one could be the next to finish here in the next 3 minutes if OSU True Skill can win this pick of their own. But could also go all the way into the tiebreaker. Into the map we go. Trail Mix, Fangsy, Thunder, and Sayo against Serpy, TFG, Arj, and Defons. This is a tough map that I think arguably favors OSU True Skill. They seemed very strong on that alt pick earlier on, but Defons with the early break. Not going to start out the way they would have liked. Going to give the early lead to Bad Kittens, but with this one being a little longer, you can afford that early break just a little bit more than you could on some of these other picks that are so short. Okay, now we're lagging on Nomad 2. That's sick. And a 700,000 point lead for Bad Kittens just on the back of that early miss from Defons, but plenty of time left to go. SS still being held on Fangsy and Sayo, as well as Arj on OSU True Skill and TFGE, so 2 SSs per team. Sayo and Trail Mix both just instantly break on almost nothing. That pattern is really not that complicated. That's a very surprising place to miss, and that's going to give the lead pretty heavily over to OSU True Skill. We'll see if they can run with it here. Serpy drops a couple of 50s, but keeps his combo. Maybe a little misread on those stack notes. But it's all about that combo. TFG, Arj, Serpy all FCing, and Defon's only 100 combo behind. A lot of ground to try and make up for Bad Kittens as Fangsy now breaks as well. Trail Mix, Fangsy, and Sayo all have broken. Thunder, the only FC left over there, and their hopes at winning this match have quickly evaporated. I think that's probably going to do it in this one. I think OSU True Skill, despite there being half the match still to go, map still to go, I mean, it's 8 million points. There is a break from Serpy, but TFG, Arj still with the FCs, and Defon's with a big combo. Very good accuracy on that whole team as well. Actually, very good accuracy on about everyone. And 10 million points, the score lead. Everybody will get to see it here in this break, and they'll know very little hope remains for Bad Kittens in this match. Looking very likely that they will drop to 0-1, and OSU True Skill will take that 1-0. Starting things off right. Serpy with another break, but the other three holding just fine, and this is going to be an OSU True Skill moment. They will take the match by the score of 5-3 with a resounding last map victory here. 15, 18 million, somewhere in there by the time it's all said and done at the end. Still 2 FCs as well, closing it out with style here on TFG and Arj. Couple of late breaks for Fangsy and Sayo, just to add insult to injury, but it was all over regardless, so not the worst thing to have happen, I suppose. The damage has already been done, you know? This is just a really good play for OSU True Skill. And it is a double FC and a 1 miss in the very early goings from Defon's, maybe even a slider break. Nope, 2 misses, excuse me, right at the beginning there. And the FC from Thunder, but just not enough, as teammates had some trouble. And 5-3 will be the final score. OSU True Skill victorious over Team Bad Kittens here in Group G. Give OSU True Skill 1-0, Bad Kittens 0-1. With the other 2 matches for each team, of course, still remaining. We'll have most of the other, I think, 3 of the other matches in that group next week. The other one coming up a little later on, and one tomorrow. So, kind of all over the place in that group.